Hey, tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basic. Chuck of the Deuces I would do text, baby. Man of Dust back, you know this and this and this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Proud to our preach and preach on. And today's topic, what we're going to talk about is we need to talk about you ever wonder you wish you never have a sibling? You know, I feel like that at times because the most luckiest people in the world is the people that don't have siblings, manage everything they wanted as a child. But this ain't no typical moments when you're not have any siblings. You when you have siblings, everything ain't gonna go the way how you want it. It's gotta go for the actual one who's in most important role in your family. Let me tell you what I mean by that. You got the oldest and the middle child. Who's more important in every household? The older child. Why? The older child is represent. They came out first before anybody else when you arrived, but after that your brother arrived, then you came along, or your sister arrived, you come along. This is for men and women out there. If you have an older sibling, they think they know more than you do simply because they were the first child. Believe me, I got two sisters, so you ain't got to tell me. And I got a step brother. Let me say this. I love my older siblings, but sometimes they get on my goddamn nerves, man. Probably get on their nerves. But because they're older, here's the thing. Their lives is just as is messed up just as much as you. You can have more things going on than they have, or they might have more going on than you have. Even if your life messed up, their lives are good. And sometimes your siblings can get jealous of you or you get jealous of them. See, the older sibling is always the more important. They're the first child, the first daughter, the first son. It's always been that way. But every time when something get in trouble in the family, they never are the fault of anything. Me, I have to apologize for something I done. My sister never apologized for nothing at all. Are you kidding me? And she's a good manipulator. She lied a lot. I'm not a good manipulator, good liar like that. Even if I was, I wouldn't have it in me. But having siblings is suck. I don't care what anybody tell you. Having siblings is very suck in your lifetime. So the older child has always been important in the family. I don't care what anybody tell you. They always You hear this all the time from family. They always talk about they love you equally, but they don't. They love you just as much as it's like this. They say they love you equally, but they treat you different more than the other sibling. Man, I tell you, I get blamed for anything. Being a middle child, it's very difficult. So the older child is more responsibility for anything. When whatever happens to the family, they have to lead in charge of anything. That's the most important to be the older child, older daughter, older son. They could be the meanest sibling to deal with, but they always have to be right, even if they're wrong. Even if they're wrong, they gotta be right. They got to. If they not, they feel like they're not of right on anything. And they good at everything you do. You might be good at everything to them, but they always good at everything you do. I remember one time, long time ago, had a girl I was talking to, and guess what? Took my girlfriend? My stepbrother. Oh yeah, he older than me. And I was mad as hell. The girl liked me, but she liked my older stepbrother a lot better than me. That really pissed me off. Because you don't want your sibling to take somebody who you like, and it happens to sibling anybody. So the older child always important. The older daughter, older son. It's always has been, and they never get in trouble for anything. But you be the main one to get in trouble, especially if you're a middle child and the younger child. Them at all. Hey, what's up, Nate? About it. So welcome to the chat. But anyway, we're talking about siblings. Now, we talk about the older child. Let's talk about the younger child. What younger child represent? The younger child represent a child, a young sibling. Whatever happens, you have to look out for that person. That person can't look out for themselves. That's the younger child. That the need more love than any other child. From a younger daughter, younger son. It's always been that way. Look, I love my younger brother, and even they the most quiet, they could be the most dead. They could be quiet, but they could be deadly quiet at times because they got a temper. Nice streaming, thanks, man. But the younger child, you have to keep an eye on that. Whatever happens, you have to be responsible to look out for the younger sibling. It's always been that way. I don't know why, but it is. So if you got a younger sibling, you know what I'm talking about. It's just like the older child. And last not least, the middle child. Man, the middle child's like the black sheep of the family. Whatever goes on, you the blame. You the blame for everything that's taking place in your life. No matter what I do, I get blamed. Even if I do right, I still get blamed. Sometimes middle childs have it more harder than the younger and the older child. Now, it's good to be a middle child sometimes because you have to seek out independence and look out for your own. Sometimes you got to get away from your family once in a while. Look, I love my family, but my family get on my nerves sometimes. Believe me. You know, if you never watched the movie Home Alone, and there was a scene where Home Alone Part Two, when Home Alone, somebody ate his favorite food. It was whatever the food was. It was cheese pizza. Remember, his older brother ate cheese pizza, knew he was going to eat cheese pizza, and he took that away from him. So what he did, he pushed him. He was mad. He was really upset about that, and there was spilled soda all over the pizza, and he got blamed for it. It wasn't the older child. It's the young. It's the middle child between the youngest. But the middle child got to be the one get in trouble, and they blamed him because he is not able to be old enough to have responsibility. And it's a shame. It's like that, but that's the way it is. It's always been like that when you're dealing with siblings. Look, I love my sisters, but my sister could be a pain in the ass when they come bitches. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Oh my God. Even when you try to do right, even if you try to do right in this lifetime, you still get blamed for it. Get blamed. And they will turn around. You ever let this happen to you when you caught 1 minute when you did something? They want to make it look like you're the one is the able to problem, and you try to explain your problem. You try to explain it, but they still hear the oldest one. The oldest one, yeah, it has always been that way. I remember one time me and my sister got into it, and all because every time she asked about something, I would help out my sister, and my sister would help out me. But sometimes, man, it's really now there ain't nothing wrong being a sibling. Ain't nothing wrong have an older sibling, but sometimes they could be just as wrong as the younger child, just as much as the middle child and the oldest. But I understand being an older child is a tough responsibility. I get it, it's tough, but it's even more harder to be the middle because you got to be the peacemaker to keep the peace. I try to keep the peace within my family, especially my sister's kids. And believe me, she make it seem like I got to stay out of it. It's her child. I can't tell her what to do, and that's true. At least I try to help. When you are the youngest sibling, it's easier. Of course, it's easier because they're the ones to make sure they get to everything they needed. If they did, it's gonna be a problem. Believe me, my brother, I love my brother dearly, but he got a temper. He got a temper. He's like a hard shell, but he could be a nutshell at the same time. Once you ring in that nutshell, he gonna knock somebody's head off. Trust me, young siblings can be just as bad as the middle child, just as much as the older child. When my sister got into it, I accidentally pissed her off and I hit her. I didn't mean to hit my older sister, but I really, you can get away with everything. Of course, when you're a younger sibling, of course, but the middle child never get away with anything. You still be the blame for it. Still be. And it never been the younger child or the older child. Sometimes, but not really. Believe me, I have to work as just as much able to trying to get the things I wanted, I needed. It's hard. It's hard sometimes. When I had to deal with my stepbrother, he always wear my stuff, but I never wear his. Even for once when he was selling Jordans, I couldn't even get one single pair from my older brother, not my stepbrother. One single pair. He sold it for his cousin. We have to buy some food for him, but he can't buy no food for us. Do you know how hard that is? You got to be the one have to able to make sure you get the food, but they're not getting the older one can't get do it for the family, but it's got to be the ones who the middle who got to do it. If it ain't, it'd be the middle. If the older child can't do it, the middle child, they expect the middle child to do it. Oh yeah, and I got to be the one apologize for my sister when we got into it. And every time I try to explain my story, they don't want to hear my side of the story. They rather hear hers. And she's a good manipulator. She'll lie real quick. Oh yeah. And I said to myself, man, once I get my money together, I got to get away from my siblings. Believe me, I love my family, but sometimes you have to strive, maintain on your own. That's how it is in the world. Nothing is going to get you for free until you get something out of it for yourself. Remember that. For all my middle childs out there, stay strong. I know it's hard. It's believe me, middle child makes some difference in the world. But hell with the younger child and the older child. Middle child is where it's at. Just like J. Cole song, man. Even though he's not talking about a middle child, but sometimes you got to able to get things what you want in this world. So believe me, I love my older siblings and my younger sibling, especially my younger brother. He do get his way sometimes. If he don't give away, it'd be a problem. But me, I have to be between the middle. Sometimes I try to be the peacemaker and make something better. And every time I go in a room and I try to talk to people, I feel like I'm the one being ignored. Oh yeah, that sucks for me. When I try to talk to people, and especially my family, they act like I'm not in a room, but I'm in the room. It is what it is. And sometimes you got to be by yourself. It's just like in not only the movie from Home Alone, but watch that movie where Get Rich or Die Try 50 Cent. When he was the younger sibling, do you see what they did when he was able to go down there the stairs to get some breakfast? And look what the older siblings did. They took his food, they took his breakfast, and left him with none. Can you imagine to be the young middle child to deal with this and deal with sibling? And there was another time in the movie where they kicked him out of the bed, kick him out of bed. His uncle, he grabbed a bucket full of water, spilled on him, and got into it with it. So I know what that is. That's why they that to take him to the basement away from themselves. It's tough, man. It's tough to deal with. I wish I'm telling you, all you people who don't have siblings, y'all the luckiest one because y'all could demand and get the things you want. I wish I was that child, but I wasn't. I got siblings. But I love them, but I can't stand them at times. Sometimes you want to hate them, but I really love them, man. Really, it would be suck without no sibling, but really, it could be a pain, man. The middle child got to be the one have to work just as much as anything. So, people, all you middle childs out there, stay strong. Everything gonna be all right. Your day will come. So stay strong. Middle child is where it's at. Ain't nothing be more greater than being a middle child. Fuck being the younger child and the older child. Middle child is where it's at. We're the new future, and we'll make something better for ourselves. Haters hate me. I know that's right, man. You got to be strong and be proud of yourself. But that's all I got to bring to today's broadcast, man. So I see y'all again on another streaming. I'm going to talk about World's Affair because we need to talk about that issue to bring some awareness of what goes on in our country and why we invade other people's country, but we don't like anybody to invade our country. We need to talk about that. But I'm gonna see y'all the 30th. So that's when we get to wrap this up. Ring the bell to like and get as for updates on my mortar videos. And for don't forget to watch my my video game content and many more. A lot of come and ring the bells for more updates. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and love for your boy. That's all I gotta say about that. It's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basic. Chuckle the deuces out with text, baby. Until next time. All right, all right. Peace. I'm out. Well, I am, man. Take it easy. All right, all right. Peace. I'm out. All right, peace.